The first and most fundamental step in transforming your personality and building unshakable confidence is mastering the art of eye contact. In every interaction, whether at work, in public, or online, people are forming judgments about you within seconds, and nothing communicates presence and self-assurance more powerfully than looking someone directly in the eyes. Eye contact is not merely a social nicety, it is a declaration of your willingness to be seen, to engage, and to value both yourself and the person before you. When you avoid eye contact, glancing at the floor, your phone, or over someone's shoulder, you send a message of insecurity, distraction, or even disinterest. Conversely, when you meet someone's gaze with calm steadiness, you project confidence, attentiveness, and respect. This simple act can transform the dynamic of any conversation, making others feel heard and valued, while simultaneously reinforcing your own sense of self-worth. Eye contact is a skill that must be practiced intentionally, especially if you are naturally shy or anxious. Begin by turning your body toward the speaker, eliminating distractions, and focusing on the color of their eyes to anchor your attention. Hold their gaze for a few seconds at a time, then look away briefly before returning, creating a natural rhythm that maintains connection without discomfort. As you make this a habit, you will notice people responding more positively. They will lean in, share more openly, and treat you with greater respect. In business, strong eye contact signals reliability and authority. In personal relationships, it fosters trust and sincerity. The key is balance. Too little eye contact makes you seem evasive, while too much can feel aggressive. Aim for a presence that says, "I am here, I am listening, and I believe in what I am saying." Over time, this practice will not only change how others perceive you, but will also reshape your own self-image. You will find yourself more comfortable in your own skin, less likely to shrink back in groups, and more willing to assert your voice. Eye contact grounds you in the present moment, silencing the internal noise of self-doubt and worry, and drawing people to you with a magnetic presence. If you struggle with shyness, this habit can be your gateway out of the shadows. At first, it will require conscious effort, but with repetition, it becomes second nature. The transformation is profound. You stop hiding, you stop doubting, and you start owning every interaction. The challenge is simple. Make eye contact in every conversation today. Hold it long enough to show you are present and push through any initial awkwardness. The reward is immediate. Conversations become richer. People remember you, and you begin to carry yourself with a quiet, unforced confidence that changes not just how others see you, but how you see yourself. This is the foundation upon which all other aspects of personality and confidence are built.
The ability to express your opinion, especially when it feels uncomfortable, is a defining trait of a confident and compelling personality. Too often, people silence themselves out of fear of judgment, rejection, or simply the discomfort of standing out. But if you let fear dictate when you speak, you will spend your life agreeing with things you don't believe in, following paths that aren't yours, and hiding your true self from the world. The moments when your heart races and your mind debates whether to speak up are the crucibles in which real confidence is forged. It is easy to remain silent, to blend in, and to avoid conflict, but growth lies in the opposite direction. When you choose to voice your opinion, even in the face of potential disagreement or awkwardness, you send a powerful message to yourself. Your voice matters. This act of self-assertion is not about being combative or disrespectful. It is about expressing yourself honestly while maintaining respect for others. Confidence is not aggression. It is clarity, conviction, and the willingness to stand by your beliefs without needing universal approval. The habit of speaking up starts small. Share your preference in group decisions, contribute your knowledge in discussions, and gradually tackle higher stakes situations. Each time you do, you chip away at the habit of silence and build a new pattern of self-trust. Over time, people begin to see you as authentic, trustworthy, and independent, a person whose words carry weight because they are rooted in conviction, not conformity. Disagreement is inevitable, but it is not a threat. It is a sign that you are engaging with the world honestly. The courage to speak while nervous is what transforms you, and the discomfort you feel is a sign of growth, not failure. Prepare yourself by clarifying your values in advance. When you know what you stand for, it becomes easier to speak up when those values are challenged. Remember, speaking your opinion is about contributing, not dominating. It requires listening as much as talking. As you practice, you will find that what once felt risky becomes natural, and your presence in conversations grows stronger. The people who succeed are not those who always played it safe, but those who risked discomfort to be true to themselves. Each time you speak your truth, you reinforce your own value, build inner strength, and lay the foundation for a personality that commands respect and a confidence that endures under pressure.
Greeting people first is a deceptively simple habit that can dramatically elevate your presence and influence in any environment. Most individuals wait for others to initiate contact, hiding behind their phones, feigning busyness, or simply hoping to be noticed. This passive approach not only makes you appear uncertain, but also robs you of the opportunity to shape the energy of every interaction. When you take the initiative to greet someone, whether with a warm good morning, a confident hello, or a friendly how are you, you are signaling openness, approachability, and self-assurance. You are not waiting to be acknowledged, you are stepping forward to connect, setting the tone for the exchange, and establishing yourself as a leader in the social dynamic. This proactive gesture is about more than politeness, it is about influence. The first few seconds of any interaction are critical, and by greeting first, you seize control of the first impression, communicating without words that you are comfortable, present, and ready to engage. Even if your greeting is not met with equal enthusiasm, the act itself reinforces your own confidence and sends a message to your subconscious that you are capable of initiating. Over time, this habit becomes automatic, and your personality is defined by easy confidence and social leadership. In professional settings, greeting colleagues first can shift workplace culture, foster cooperation, and make you stand out as a positive force. In social situations, it breaks the ice, reduces tension, and helps others relax. Even in everyday encounters, a shop, a coffee line, a neighbor's driveway, a simple greeting can turn a silent moment into a connection. The key is to make your greeting clear, audible, and paired with genuine eye contact and a natural smile. This combination projects warmth and self-assurance, making you memorable and approachable. Greeting first also helps dismantle social anxiety by exposing you to small, manageable risks and proving that rejection is rare and inconsequential. As you practice, you will notice people mirroring your energy, conversations starting more easily, and relationships forming more naturally. This habit is not about being overly talkative or forcing interaction. It is about opening the door and letting connections develop organically. The ripple effect is profound. People begin to associate you with positive interactions, your reputation grows, and your self-image strengthens. Greeting people first is a small act with outsized impact, shaping your identity as someone who is present, proactive, and unafraid to take the lead. It is a visible, tangible expression of confidence that others notice and respond to, and it is a habit that, once ingrained, will serve you in every area of life. The way you speak, the tone, pace, and volume of your voice can be the deciding factor in whether people truly listen to you or simply hear your words without valuing them. Your tone is the emotional carrier of your message, imbuing your words with strength, reliability, or conversely, undermining them before they are even understood. Controlling your tone is a demonstration of self-control, intentionality, and respect for both yourself and your audience. Many people focus on choosing the right words, but it is the tone that gives those words their real impact. A steady, confident tone commands attention and respect, while a shaky, rushed, or overly sharp tone can make even the most intelligent message fall flat. Developing this skill begins with awareness. Pay attention to how your voice changes under stress, excitement, or frustration. Record yourself in conversation to hear what others hear and adjust accordingly. Breathing is crucial. Rushed or shallow breaths lead to a rushed tone, while deep, steady breaths ground your voice and project calm authority. Volume matters too. Speak loudly enough to be heard, but not so loudly that you overwhelm. Adjust your volume to fit the setting, showing that you are in control. Pace is equally important. A rushed pace can overwhelm listeners, while a slow, deliberate pace gives your words weight and allows your message to land. The emotional quality of your tone, calm yet firm, warm yet authoritative, can build trust or create resistance. In emotionally charged situations, the person who maintains a controlled tone has the real advantage, commanding attention and respect. Pausing before speaking in such moments allows you to choose your tone intentionally, preventing unnecessary conflict and ensuring your message is heard. In professional settings, a controlled tone signals maturity and reliability. In personal relationships, it fosters openness and trust. The goal is not to sound flat or emotionless, but to be expressive with intention, engaging your audience while maintaining steadiness. Adapt your tone to the context. Energize your voice in motivational settings, soften it in serious conversations, and always match your delivery to your intent. The relationship between tone and respect is especially critical when influencing decisions. Even the best ideas can be ignored if delivered carelessly, while a well-controlled tone can make modest ideas seem credible. Over time, mastering your tone becomes second nature, giving you a powerful advantage in every area of life. People will listen to you, not because you demand it, but because you have earned it through the way you speak. This skill strengthens your inner confidence, allowing you to handle any conversation with composure and clarity, and it is a cornerstone of powerful, influential communication. When you speak, your entire body communicates, often more powerfully than your words. The way you move, stand, and hold yourself sends immediate signals to your audience, shaping their perception of your confidence and authority. One of the most effective ways to command attention and ensure your message lands is to stand still while you speak. Physical stillness is a declaration of self-control and certainty. It tells your audience that you are grounded, composed, and in command of your message. Many people, especially when nervous, fidget, shift their weight, or pace unconsciously, diluting the strength of their delivery and distracting listeners from their words. By eliminating unnecessary movement, you focus all attention on your message, making it easier for your audience to absorb and remember what you say. Stillness does not mean rigidity, it means stability and intentionality. Stand with your feet shoulder-width apart, weight evenly distributed, shoulders relaxed, and arms resting naturally at your sides. Use movement only to emphasize key points, step forward to underscore a statement, gesture purposefully to illustrate an idea, but avoid restless or automatic motions. This physical grounding not only projects confidence, but also calms your nerves, creating a feedback loop that reinforces your composure. Stillness also enhances your vocal delivery, allowing you to breathe deeply, control your tone, and maintain a steady pace.
Psychologically, stillness in the speaker creates stillness in the listener, drawing people in and making them more receptive to your message. In professional settings, this skill sets you apart as credible and trustworthy. In personal interactions, it signals that you are fully present and engaged. The habit of stillness requires practice. Start in low-pressure situations, focusing on keeping your feet planted and your movements minimal. Over time, this awareness becomes automatic, and your body naturally adopts a more grounded posture. Stillness also gives you control over the pace of conversation, allowing you to pause for emphasis and let important points sink in. In leadership roles, the ability to hold attention without relying on movement is invaluable, signaling authority and composure. This habit also helps manage nerves. When your body is still, your mind feels more stable, and you project an aura of calm confidence. Remember, energy should be channeled into your words and expressions, not scattered through restless movement. The most compelling speakers can hold a room's attention from a single spot, their presence amplified by their stillness. Make this a natural part of your communication, and you will find people listening longer, taking your words more seriously, and remembering what you say. Stillness is a silent but powerful form of communication, anchoring your presence and ensuring that your message is heard, understood, and respected.
The fastest and most reliable way to grow as a person and build lasting confidence is to challenge yourself daily with tasks you usually avoid. Everyone has things they put off: uncomfortable conversations, intimidating projects, inconvenient chores. But each act of avoidance reinforces a pattern of hesitation and self-doubt. Every time you skip a challenge, you send yourself the message that you are not ready, and over time, this becomes a limiting belief. The only way to break this cycle is to do the opposite. Deliberately step into situations that stretch you, even if they are small. Confidence is not built in comfort. It is forged in moments of tension, when you feel the urge to step back but choose to move forward instead. The people who seem naturally confident are often those who have trained themselves to keep moving through discomfort, learning that the moment of hesitation is where growth happens. Start by tackling one avoided task each day. Make the phone call you've been putting off. Speak up in a meeting. Try a new workout, or learn a skill you've told yourself you're not good at. These actions may seem minor, but their cumulative effect is transformative. Each time you face a challenge, you rewire your brain to associate discomfort with growth rather than failure. Over weeks and months, you become stronger, braver, and more capable. This habit also builds discipline, the ability to do what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it. Discipline is the backbone of confidence and reliability, traits that earn trust and respect in every area of life. The most powerful challenges are often private. No one else needs to see you doing them, but you see yourself, and that builds self-respect. Some days the challenges will be small, other days larger, but the key is consistency. Make it non-negotiable. Resistance will arise, your mind will offer excuses, but each time you push through, you prove to yourself that you are in control. The benefits are both mental and physical. You walk with more purpose, speak with more assurance, and approach situations with less hesitation. The habit spreads, influencing every area of your life, and soon you find yourself taking on opportunities and responsibilities you once avoided. The most valuable outcome is the shift in identity. You stop seeing yourself as someone who hesitates and start seeing yourself as someone who acts. This cycle of action and growth builds momentum, transforming you into a person who faces life head-on, dependable and interesting, trusted by others and trusted by yourself. The act of attempting, even if you fail, is valuable. It breaks the habit of avoidance and prepares you for future success.
Make daily challenges a permanent part of your life, and you will find that the things that once intimidated you become routine, and you are always ready for the next challenge, growing stronger and more confident with each step.
The speed at which you speak can be the difference between your message resonating deeply or fading into the background. Speaking too quickly often stems from nervousness, excitement, or the desire to fit too many ideas into a short time, but it can undermine your message by making it difficult for listeners to process and connect with your words. When you speak slowly and deliberately, you give your words room to breathe, allowing your audience to absorb your message and feel its weight. Speaking slower is not about dragging out your sentences unnaturally. It is about finding a pace that is steady, intentional, and confident. This deliberate pace communicates that you believe your words are worth the listener's attention and that you are in control of your delivery. It also gives you greater control over your tone, volume, and emphasis, making your speech sound more thoughtful and prepared. Pauses become powerful tools, allowing your message to sink in, creating anticipation and drawing attention to key points. A slower pace reduces misunderstandings, ensuring that your message is clear and precise, especially in professional settings where clarity is crucial. It also creates space for others to respond, turning monologues into conversations and making interactions feel more balanced and connected. Speaking slower helps you manage your own emotions, maintaining composure in moments of conflict or stress, and preventing you from blurting out something you might regret. It is a hallmark of confident leaders and skilled communicators who use a steady pace to control the energy in the room and show that they are thinking as they speak. To develop this habit, start by becoming aware of your natural pace, especially when you are excited or discussing important topics. Practice deep, steady breathing to support a slower pace, and use pauses strategically to emphasize key points. Remember, silence is not your enemy. It is a powerful tool that gives your listener time to think and makes your words more memorable. Over time, speaking slower will feel natural, and you'll notice people interrupting less, remembering more, and seeing you as more confident and credible. This skill is not about changing who you are, but about refining how you express yourself so that your message is never lost in the rush. It is a small change with extraordinary impact, transforming your interactions and making you someone people want to listen to again and again.
The quality of your conversations, and by extension your relationships, often hinges on the quality of the questions you ask. Most people focus on what they will say next, but the right question can open up a conversation in ways no clever statement can. Thoughtful questions show that you are paying attention, that you care about the details, and that you value the other person's perspective. They invite others to share more than surface details, creating space for genuine connection and understanding. Generic questions like, "How's it going?" or "What's new?" may serve as greetings, but they rarely lead to meaningful exchanges. Instead, ask questions that dig a little deeper without feeling intrusive. What do you like most about your new job? Or what's been taking up most of your time lately? These questions invite reflection and sharing, turning brief updates into richer conversations. Thoughtful questions also shift the focus away from yourself, making others feel valued and heard, which builds trust and rapport. The key is to balance curiosity with respect, paying attention to the other person's comfort level and adjusting your questions accordingly. Active listening is essential. Notice not just the words, but the tone, pace, and emotions behind them. Often, the most meaningful questions arise from picking up on subtle cues, a pause, a change in expression, a hint of emotion. In professional settings, thoughtful questions set you apart as attentive and solution-oriented, fostering collaboration and strengthening relationships.
In personal relationships, they deepen emotional connection, opening the door to honest and heartfelt conversations. Asking thoughtful questions also enriches your own life, exposing you to new perspectives, experiences, and insights. Patience is crucial. Give people time to think and respond, and don't rush to fill silences. Prepare yourself with a mindset of curiosity, focusing on what you can learn rather than what you can say. Body language matters. Make eye contact, nod, and respond in a way that matches the tone of the conversation. As you practice, asking thoughtful questions becomes natural, and your conversations become more meaningful and memorable. People will remember the way you made them feel, the interest you showed, and the space you gave them to share. This skill is not about impressing others, about building relationships that matter, turning every conversation into an opportunity for connection, understanding, and growth.
When someone doubts your ability, you are presented with a pivotal moment that can either undermine your confidence or strengthen your resolve. Doubt from others, especially those whose opinions you value, can sting deeply, but it is also an opportunity to demonstrate your true capabilities, not just to them, but to yourself. Holding your ground means staying firm in your belief in your own skills and refusing to let someone else's uncertainty define you. Often, doubt is a reflection of the other person's limitations, experiences, or fears, not an accurate assessment of your potential. If you allow their doubt to dictate your actions, you give away your power. If you stand firm, you retain control over your growth. The first step is to avoid reacting with anger or insecurity. Defensiveness rarely convinces anyone. Instead, take a breath and remind yourself of your own track record, the challenges you have overcome, and the skills you have developed. Sometimes holding your ground means responding with calm confidence. Acknowledge their concern, but assert your capability, and then prove it through your actions. In some cases, doubt is not spoken but implied through behavior, being overlooked for opportunities or responsibilities. In these moments, consistency and quality work are your best responses. Results are impossible to ignore. Not all doubt is malicious. Sometimes people simply don't know what you are capable of. Regardless, your approach should be the same. Stand firm, do the work, and let your performance speak. Internal doubt can be even more damaging than external doubt, so build self-belief through preparation, skill development, and daily discipline. When someone doubts you publicly, resist the urge to overcompensate. Instead, maintain a calm, steady demeanor, valuing action over argument. Remember, you don't need everyone to believe in you. Your own belief is what matters most. Use doubt as fuel to sharpen your skills and raise your standards, not to prove others wrong, but to become better for yourself. Professionalism is key. Respond with focus and persistence, not hostility or sarcasm. Be ready to back up your confidence with preparation. Belief is most powerful when paired with skill and readiness. Sometimes you may need to ask for the opportunity to prove yourself, take initiative, and create the proof others need. As you develop this habit, your resilience grows, and situations that once shook you become manageable. Holding your ground is not about stubbornness, but about knowing your value and refusing to let others define your capabilities. The most important opinion to manage is your own. If you can walk away knowing you stood firm and gave your best, you have won, regardless of what others think. This self-assurance, built on proof and consistency, becomes a source of strength you carry into every challenge.
There are moments in life when a group faces a decision, challenge, or opportunity, and everyone looks around waiting for someone else to move first. These moments, whether small or significant, are where leadership is forged. Hesitation spreads quickly. People fear making the wrong choice, standing out, or taking on responsibility that could bring criticism. But these are the exact moments where true confidence and influence are built. Taking the lead when others hesitate is not about dominating or controlling every situation. It is about recognizing when progress depends on someone making the first move and having the courage to be that person. Often, hesitation is not about lack of ability, but fear of judgment or uncertainty about the next step. By stepping up, you cut through that uncertainty and create momentum, making it easier for others to join in. This willingness to lead is noticed, even if not always acknowledged. In workplaces, leaders are identified by their actions, not their titles. When you suggest a path forward in a moment of uncertainty, people remember it. In social situations, friends gravitate toward those who make things happen. Over time, this habit creates a reputation for dependability and initiative. The fear of being wrong is a major barrier, but strong leaders understand that failure is not the enemy, inactivity is. Even imperfect decisions move things forward and provide information for improvement. Taking the lead means accepting responsibility for outcomes, good or bad, and this is where real confidence is tested. To lead effectively, stay calm while others are uncertain, assess the situation, and communicate clearly. You don't need all the answers. Often, leadership is about creating a starting point and inviting others to contribute. This approach fosters collaboration and breaks the cycle of hesitation. Leading in moments of uncertainty strengthens your decision-making skills, making you more comfortable with limited information and less likely to freeze when challenges arise. People remember who took the lead in difficult situations, and this memory shapes opportunities and relationships for years to come. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes. Hesitation becomes your cue to act, not to wait. This mindset makes you valuable in any setting, bringing clarity and momentum when others bring uncertainty. Taking the lead is the clearest demonstration of confidence, showing that you trust yourself to move forward without perfect certainty and that you value progress over comfort. These qualities set you apart and shape you into someone who can handle greater challenges and opportunities. Make this a habit, and you will find that people seek you out for guidance, not because you always have the perfect answer, but because you act when others are stuck. Every time you take the lead, you build your confidence, reputation, and ability to influence events, shaping not just outcomes, but the person you become.
While words and tone are crucial, your body language often speaks louder than anything you say. The way you stand, gesture, and move can instantly communicate confidence or insecurity, openness or defensiveness. People subconsciously read your posture, the way you use your hands, and even the direction your feet point. A confident posture, shoulders back, head held high, arms relaxed, signals self-assurance and readiness. Conversely, slouching, crossed arms, or fidgeting can make you appear closed off or anxious, even if your words are strong. Mastering body language means becoming aware of your physical habits and intentionally aligning them with the message you want to send. Practice standing tall, making purposeful gestures, and using open stances in conversations. Notice how confident people move. They take up space, move deliberately, and rarely shrink themselves. Mirroring positive body language not only changes how others see you, but also how you feel about yourself. Studies show that adopting powerful postures can actually increase feelings of confidence and reduce stress. In group settings, your body language can establish you as a leader or a follower before you even speak. In interviews, presentations, or negotiations, it can be the deciding factor in whether you are taken seriously. Remember, your body is always communicating. Make sure it's telling the story you want others to hear. By mastering body language, you add a silent but powerful tool to your arsenal, amplifying your presence and reinforcing your confidence in every interaction. The conversations you have with yourself are the foundation of your confidence and the blueprint of your personality. Self-talk, The internal dialogue that runs through your mind can either empower you or sabotage your progress. Negative self-talk, such as "I'm not good enough," "I always mess up," or "people won't like me," creates a self-fulfilling prophecy, eroding your confidence and shaping a timid, hesitant personality. On the other hand, positive, constructive self-talk builds resilience, encourages risk-taking, and fosters a growth mindset. The key is to become aware of your internal narrative and challenge thoughts that undermine your potential. Replace self-criticism with self-encouragement. "I can handle this," "I'm learning and improving," or "my voice matters." This shift doesn't mean ignoring your weaknesses, but rather approaching them with compassion and a solution-oriented mindset. Over time, positive self-talk rewires your brain, making confidence your default state. It also influences how you present yourself to the world. People can sense when you believe in yourself, and they respond accordingly. Make it a daily practice to check in with your thoughts, especially before important events or challenging conversations. By mastering your self-talk, you lay the groundwork for a personality that is resilient, optimistic, and magnetic, and you give yourself the inner support needed to pursue your goals fearlessly. Whether we like it or not, appearance plays a significant role in how others perceive us and how we perceive ourselves. The way you dress, groom, and present yourself is often the first thing people notice, and it sets the tone for every interaction. Dressing well is not about following trends or wearing expensive clothes. It's about choosing attire that fits well, suits the occasion, and makes you feel confident. Good grooming, clean hair, neat nails, fresh breath, and attention to personal hygiene signals self-respect and attention to detail. When you take care of your appearance, you send a message that you value yourself and the people you interact with. This doesn't mean obsessing over looks, but rather using appearance as a tool to reinforce your confidence and personality. When you look good, you feel good, and that feeling translates into stronger body language, better posture, and more assertive communication. In professional settings, a polished appearance can open doors and create opportunities, while in social situations, it can make you more approachable and memorable. The key is authenticity. Choose a style that reflects who you are and makes you comfortable in your own skin. By investing in your appearance and grooming, you give yourself an immediate confidence boost and create a positive first impression that paves the way for deeper connections and greater respect.
True confidence is not just about speaking well, it's about listening deeply. The ability to listen, really listen, sets you apart in a world where most people are waiting for their turn to talk. When you give someone your full attention, you make them feel valued, understood, and respected. This builds trust, which is the foundation of influence and strong relationships. Active listening means more than just hearing words. It involves observing body language, picking up on emotions, and responding thoughtfully. It requires patience, empathy, and the willingness to put your own agenda aside. Confident people are not threatened by others' ideas. They welcome different perspectives and use them to grow. By listening well, you gather valuable information, avoid misunderstandings, and create an environment where people are more likely to listen to you in return. In leadership, listening is a superpower. It helps you understand your team, anticipate challenges, and make better decisions. In personal relationships, it deepens intimacy and resolves conflicts. Practice listening by maintaining eye contact, nodding, asking clarifying questions, and summarizing what you've heard. Avoid interrupting or formulating your response while the other person is speaking. The more you listen, the more people will seek your company, trust your judgment, and respect your presence. Listening is the quiet strength that underpins every confident personality.
A confident personality is defined not just by what you say yes to, but by what you are willing to say no to. Setting boundaries is essential for self-respect, mental health, and authentic relationships. Without clear boundaries, you risk being taken advantage of, overcommitting, or losing sight of your own needs and values. Many people struggle with boundaries because they fear rejection, conflict, or being seen as selfish. However, the ability to assert your limits is a hallmark of true confidence. Boundaries are not walls, they are guidelines that protect your energy, time, and well-being. They allow you to engage with others from a place of strength rather than resentment. Setting boundaries starts with self-awareness. Know what you are comfortable with, what drains you, and what you need to thrive. Communicate your boundaries clearly and respectfully, without apology or aggression. Be consistent in enforcing them, even if it feels uncomfortable at first. Over time, people will learn to respect your limits, and you will attract relationships that are healthier and more balanced. Boundaries also free you to pursue your goals without being derailed by others' demands. By mastering the art of setting boundaries, you reinforce your self-worth, protect your peace, and create space for genuine confidence to flourish.
Many people mistake confidence for invulnerability, believing that showing emotion or admitting weakness will make them appear less strong. In reality, vulnerability is a powerful component of both personality and confidence. When you allow yourself to be seen as you truly are, flaws, fears, and all, you invite others to do the same. This authenticity creates deeper, more meaningful connections and fosters trust. Vulnerability is not about oversharing or seeking pity. It's about being honest about your experiences, asking for help when needed, and admitting when you don't have all the answers. Confident people are secure enough to acknowledge their limitations and learn from them. They understand that perfection is an illusion and that growth comes from embracing challenges, setbacks, and even failures. Vulnerability also makes you more relatable and approachable, breaking down barriers and encouraging open communication. In leadership, vulnerability inspires loyalty and motivates teams, while in personal relationships, it deepens intimacy and understanding. Practice vulnerability by sharing your thoughts and feelings honestly, expressing gratitude, and being willing to apologize or forgive. The courage to be vulnerable is the foundation of true confidence. It shows that you are strong enough to be real, and that is a quality people are drawn to and respect.
Consistency is the invisible thread that weaves together all aspects of personality and confidence. It is not enough to act confidently or positively in isolated moments. True influence and respect are built through repeated, reliable behavior. Consistency means showing up as your best self day after day, regardless of circumstances or mood. It means keeping your promises, following through on commitments, and maintaining your standards even when no one is watching. This reliability builds trust with others. They know what to expect from you, and that predictability is comforting and reassuring. Consistency also shapes your self-image. Every time you act in alignment with your values, you reinforce your identity as a confident, dependable person. Inconsistency, on the other hand, breeds doubt, both in yourself and in those around you. People may forgive occasional mistakes, but they remember patterns. To build consistency, create routines and habits that support your goals and hold yourself accountable for your actions. Reflect regularly on your behavior and make adjustments as needed. Over time, consistency becomes second nature, and your reputation grows stronger. People will seek you out for leadership, advice, and partnership, knowing that you are someone they can count on. Consistency is the foundation upon which lasting confidence and a respected personality are built. Emotional intelligence, EQ, is the ability to recognize, understand, and manage your own emotions, as well as the emotions of others. It is a critical component of both personality and confidence, influencing how you navigate social situations, resolve conflicts, and build relationships. High EQ allows you to stay calm under pressure,
empathize with others, and respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. It helps you read social cues, adapt your communication style, and handle criticism or rejection with grace. People with strong emotional intelligence are often seen as approachable, trustworthy, and wise. They know how to diffuse tension, inspire teams, and create positive environments. Developing EQ starts with self-awareness. Pay attention to your emotional triggers, patterns, and responses. Practice self-regulation by pausing before reacting, especially in stressful situations. Cultivate empathy by putting yourself in others' shoes and listening without judgment. Use social skills to build rapport, resolve disagreements, and motivate others. Emotional intelligence is not fixed. It can be developed through practice and reflection. As your EQ grows, so does your ability to influence, connect, and lead. In a world where technical skills are often equal, emotional intelligence is the differentiator that sets you apart and propels you toward greater success. Adaptability, the ability to adjust your thoughts, behaviors, and strategies in response to new situations, is a hallmark of a confident and dynamic personality. In a world that is constantly changing, rigid thinking and inflexibility can quickly become liabilities. Confident people are not threatened by change. They see it as an opportunity for growth and innovation. Adaptability requires a willingness to let go of old habits, embrace uncertainty, and learn new skills. It means being open to feedback, experimenting with different approaches, and staying curious in the face of challenges. Adaptable individuals are resilient. They bounce back from setbacks, pivot when necessary, and remain optimistic even when plans go awry. This flexibility makes you more valuable in professional settings where industries and roles are evolving rapidly, and in personal life where relationships and circumstances are always in flux. To cultivate adaptability, practice stepping outside your comfort zone. Seek out new experiences and view mistakes as learning opportunities rather than failures. The more adaptable you become, the more confident you will feel in your ability to handle whatever comes your way. Adaptability is not just a survival skill, it is a superpower that enables you to thrive in any environment and to lead others through change with confidence and grace. A truly magnetic personality and unshakable confidence are rooted in a clear sense of purpose and vision. Knowing what you stand for, what you want to achieve, and why you are pursuing your goals gives your life direction and meaning. Purpose acts as a compass, guiding your decisions, actions, and interactions. It fuels your motivation, sustains you through setbacks, and inspires others to follow your lead. People with a strong sense of purpose exude confidence because they are anchored in something greater than themselves. They are not easily swayed by criticism, rejection, or temporary failures. Vision gives you the ability to see beyond your current circumstances, to imagine possibilities, and to set ambitious goals. It also helps you prioritize, focus your energy, and say no to distractions that do not align with your mission. To discover your purpose, reflect on your values, passions, and strengths. Ask yourself what impact you want to have on the world and what legacy you want to leave behind. Write down your vision and revisit it regularly to stay inspired and on track. When you live with purpose and vision, your personality becomes more compelling, your confidence more authentic, and your influence more profound. You become a person others look up to, not just for what you do, but for who you are and what you represent. The people you surround yourself with have a profound impact on your self-image, confidence, and the development of your personality. Supportive, positive, and ambitious friends can inspire you to grow, challenge your limits, and reinforce your self-belief. On the other hand, negative, critical, or jealous individuals can drain your energy, plant seeds of doubt, and hold you back from reaching your potential. Regularly evaluate your social circle. Are your relationships uplifting or toxic? Do your friends celebrate your wins and encourage your growth, or do they belittle your dreams? Sometimes the most powerful step you can take for your confidence is to distance yourself from those who undermine it and seek out people who push you to be your best. Remember, you become like the people you spend the most time with. Choose wisely. Many people fear failure, but it is one of the most powerful teachers and confidence builders. Every setback, mistake, or rejection is an opportunity to learn, adapt, and grow stronger. Resilience, the ability to bounce back from adversity, is a key trait of confident individuals. Instead of seeing failure as a reflection of your worth, view it as feedback and a stepping stone to success. Analyze what went wrong, adjust your approach, and try again with greater wisdom. Over time, each recovery from failure adds a layer of inner strength and self-trust, making you less afraid to take risks and more willing to pursue your goals boldly.
Practicing gratitude and focusing on the positive aspects of your life can dramatically shift your mindset and boost your confidence. When you regularly acknowledge your achievements, strengths, and the good things around you, you train your brain to see opportunities instead of obstacles. Gratitude reduces envy, comparison, and self-doubt, replacing them with contentment and optimism. Confident people celebrate their progress, however small, and use gratitude as fuel to keep moving forward. Start a daily gratitude journal, or take a few moments each day to reflect on what you appreciate about yourself and your journey. A growth mindset, the belief that you can always learn, improve, and adapt, is essential for lasting confidence and a dynamic personality. The world is constantly changing, and those who commit to lifelong learning stay relevant, adaptable, and self-assured. Whether it's reading books, taking courses, learning new skills, or seeking feedback, every act of self-improvement adds to your sense of competence and self-worth. Confident people are not afraid to admit what they don't know. They are excited by the challenge of learning something new. Make personal development a non-negotiable part of your life.
One of the most overlooked ways to build confidence and enrich your personality is through service to others. When you help, mentor, or support someone else, you reinforce your own value and abilities. Giving back shifts your focus from your own insecurities to the impact you can have on the world. It builds empathy, humility, and a sense of purpose. Whether it's volunteering, teaching, or simply being there for a friend, acts of kindness and generosity make you feel more connected, capable, and fulfilled. Your physical state, energy, fitness, and health directly affects your confidence and the way you present yourself. Regular exercise, good nutrition, and adequate sleep not only improve your appearance, but also boost your mood, mental clarity, and resilience to stress. When you feel strong and energetic, you naturally project more confidence and positivity. Physical activity also releases endorphins, which combat anxiety and depression. Make your health a priority, and you'll notice a ripple effect in every area of your personality and life.
Many people are held back by guilt, regret, or shame over past mistakes. True confidence requires the ability to forgive yourself, learn from your experiences, and move forward without being weighed down by old baggage. Holding on to the past drains your energy and keeps you stuck in negative patterns. Practice self-compassion. Acknowledge your mistakes, make amends if needed, and then let them go. Every day is a new opportunity to start fresh and build the person you want to become.
Big dreams are important, but confidence is often built through the consistent achievement of small, manageable goals. Each time you set a target and reach it, you prove to yourself that you are capable and reliable. These small wins accumulate, creating momentum and a track record of success. Break larger ambitions into actionable steps, celebrate your progress, and use each achievement as a stepping stone to greater confidence and bigger goals. A sense of humor and the ability to not take yourself too seriously are hallmarks of a magnetic personality. Humor breaks the ice, diffuses tension, and makes you more approachable and likable. Playfulness shows that you are comfortable in your own skin and can handle life's ups and downs with grace. Confident people laugh at their mistakes, find joy in the moment, and use humor to connect with others. Don't be afraid to show your lighter side. It's a powerful tool for building rapport and resilience. At the core of all confidence and personality development is self-acceptance, the willingness to embrace who you are, with all your strengths and imperfections. Authenticity means showing up as your true self, not wearing masks to please others or fit in. When you accept yourself, you free yourself from the need for constant approval and comparison. This inner peace radiates outward, making you more attractive, trustworthy, and influential. Remember, the world doesn't need another copy. It needs your unique voice, story, and presence. The journey to confidence and a powerful personality begins with the courage to be unapologetically yourself.